Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Excuse me.
It's all right, man. We've all been there, dude. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Brent Apperson.
I'm Dave. I got a frog. Speaking of frogs, they make good fish bait.
Yeah, there you go.
And I don't know whether Mark over at Tradewinds Marina would have frogs such as leeches, worms, minnows, chubs. How about frogs, Mark? You got any frogs for sale?
No, I do not.
I got one. I'll sell you. How you been?
Good.
Good. Busy weekend this past weekend. A nice warm weekend. People, I'm sure, were skiing and doing all that sort of thing.
Yeah, it was a good weekend. We had a lot of people out and a lot of people at the marina enjoying the festivities. So,
yeah, and the thing about being out on a lake, I think two things. You got to be a little careful because it doesn't feel as hot out in the middle of the lake when you got a little bit of a breeze, as it does maybe back in some of those wonderful bays that you talk about. But you got to be careful about, of course, the sun and getting sunburned. But it feels, even on a 95-degree day in the middle of the lake, if you got a little breeze, it's not too bad when you get back into those bays where people go back and swim and do skiing. I imagine it's a little warmer.
Yeah, a little bit. Most of the guys are back in the coves, though. They don't know nor care how warm it is.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, does it?
No.
They always know they can go in to Tradewinds and cool off and have something to eat and have something to drink. So you always have that to look forward to when you're out on the Sherman Lake.
Yeah. Even on the weekends, you can come grab some ice cream. Soft serve ice cream. So
there you go. That'll cool you off. So it's already the end of June, basically, Mark. And I know one of the big events that you have been talking about is the 4th of July fireworks display. You want to talk about that a little bit?
You bet. We're doing that on the Saturday after the 4th this year, which would be the 6th. That sounds right.
Yep, I think so.
Yep,
it'll be on the 6th. We're going to be shooting them off right off the jetty, right out in front of the marina. We're doing it. We're sponsoring it along with the Chamber of Commerce. Mm-hmm. So it should be a pretty good show this year. We're trying to raise a little bit of extra money, to make it better and better every year. So
right. For folks who haven't been there lately or at all, what's the timeline and how do they find a place to park? Do they park and get out and walk somewhere, or how does that all work?
Well, there's a number of places you can just, if you have a Nebraska State Park permit, you can just pull right in and be able to watch them right from your vehicle.
Okay.
Or if you don't want to sit in the vehicle, you can walk a little ways or a long ways and sit down and watch them. So.
Yeah. Well, I would think it'd be quite a sight.
Or you can bring your boat.
Oh, there you go.
Watch them in your boat.
Yeah, that would be great. Just go out and watch them right on the water. I'm sure people do that. Sounds like a great time. That's one of the bigger events you have. And then, of course, also your service, tribute to your service, civic-minded people. Let's see, has that happened or is that coming up?
Yeah, that was last week.
That was last week.
Yep. We had a really good event. I think everybody caught fish and got to take a little fish home and had a good time at the banquet and the camaraderie, and good food. I think it was a pretty much success again this year. So
good.
Start planning for next year.
There you go. That one's in the books. 4th of July coming up. The display on the 6th. And do you have any tournaments left the rest of the summer then? Seems like catfish should be biting about right now.
I think we got one catfish tournament left, and then I think that's it for the year.
Okay.
Oh, there's a tournament this weekend.
Okay.
It's actually a benefit tournament. They've been doing this benefit for a few years now out here, and so I can't remember. I think the gal that they're going to raise the money for this year has got cancer.
Oh boy. Okay.
So, but it's a benefit tournament, and it's relatively inexpensive to get in the tournament, and they're raising money for a good cause. They're going to have a silent auction and everything right out in front of the marina. So yeah, it's a good time.
Okay, so that's coming up this weekend, and of course, people love to come and stay a few days. And either bring their own camper, as you mentioned. You got some camping available through the state, and then you have facilities there for folks to set up a tent, camper, or you have lodging as well. Tell the folks about that.
Yep. We got 12 cabins and 20 RV sites. So come in or actually just give us a call at the marina there, and girls will let you know it's available. I'm 99% sure we're booked up for the weekend, for 4th of July weekend, but, we may have someone cancel, so
right.
Give the girls a call and get on the waiting list.
Okay. Now I'm going to turn it over to Brent, because I got to tell you, Mark, Brent is all about food. This guy is not the biggest guy in the world as far as his build goes, but he can consume massive amounts of food, and if there's any food around, he's on it. And I'm sure over the years he's had some things to eat at your establishment, probably even before you were there. But I think I can see chicken wings in his eyes right now, Brent.
What's on the menu tonight, my friend?
Oh, tonight is chicken fried steak.
That's what I thought. Now, do we get mashed potatoes with this?
Mashed potatoes and gravy and corn.
Oh, baby.
There you go. Yep. How in the world can you turn that down?
You can have chicken fried chicken or chicken fried steak, your choice.
Oh, either or. Man, all right.
Yeah.
Let's see, what are some, just refresh our memory, if you would, Mark, about some of the other special nights, because I think you do some features on certain nights, don't you?
Yep. Monday night is our flat iron steak night, flat iron, baked potato, and vegetable. Tuesdays is Taco Tuesday, and Thursday, we have a few different options on our tacos. We have a soft shell. We have a fried taco shell. We have a taco pizza, nachos taco pizza, and then we have a loaded nacho potato skin.
Oh man!
Wow. I would challenge other marinas to put together a menu like this. I mean, steak and chicken fried steak and tacos, and you do it upright. And I think that you kind of have some specialty house burgers that you do now too, don't you?
Yep. Of course, Thursdays is Thursday wings. So. And then we have 3 new house burgers, and a few more that are getting perfected right now. But we have a black shirt burger, which is 2 ounces of prime rib, thin sliced prime rib. 3rd pound burger, lime zest, horsey sauce, and cheese.
Oh man!
And we have a Rebel burger, which is a 3rd pound burger, 3 fried jalapeno bites, and sweet chili lime sauce.
Christmas.
And then we have a mushroom mayhem burger, which is 2 large thin sliced portobello halves with garlic parmesan and Swiss cheese.
How's that for a menu at a marina there, Dave Burney?
I think Mark should consider maybe going into Loop City during the off season and starting a restaurant.
Even if I caught fish, I would be tempted to just save the fish and don't do a fish fry that night and still go to the marina and eat.
Catch and release and go eat.
There you
right?
go.
Well, that sounds delicious, Mark. Got it going on there, no doubt about it. I guess you kind of mentioned that last weekend they were catching some fish, so I assume the fishing's still pretty good, and is the lake still full?
Yeah, the lake is plumb full. I mean, they haven't really started irrigating out of it. So
yeah. Well, hopefully we'll continue to get some of those nice rains, and we won't use too much water this year. That'd make everybody happy, and the lake would stay up nice. But It's usable all year long. Mark, thanks a lot for talking to us. You've made us hungry. We appreciate that.
All right. Well, yep. And if you're in Loop City or in the area, we got donations up all over the place for the fireworks display. So
okay.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Very good. Raise some money for that display, and as you mentioned, it's getting bigger and better every year. Thanks a lot, Mark.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
You too. Wow. That sounds pretty delicious.
Not too bad.
Trish is here from Designs of Distinction.
I am, and I was actually out at the marina last Thursday because we had wings.
Oh.
I went up there to measure a window, and that was like I talked a friend into going, and I said, okay, when we get there, we'll go to the marina and see what they have. And yeah, so we were both happy. She enjoys wings, and so do I. So.
There you go.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Quite a place right there
Yeah.
along the dam, right in the corner. And you just drive across the dam and you'll find it, right?
Yep, and well, I came in the other way.
Okay.
So
Yeah, you can do that
I came
too.
in, and went around, but just to get to where I needed to measure. But,
Oh, I see.
yeah,
Sure.
So that was good.
Well, you know your way around a lot of different places
I
because you're
do.
traveling all over.
I'm going back to McCook tomorrow.
Oh man, you're going
And-
down to the banana belt.
And Indianola. Going to measure a church down there. So, yay.
All right.
It's fun.
That's exciting.
Yep.
Well, we're going to play the game real quick if that's
Cool.
all right, and
Yep.
then we'll talk curtains.
Okay.
All right?
All right, back in the day. We're taking you back in the day with these questions. Many looked forward to warm weather so they could go to the drive-in theater.
Oh yeah.
So let's see what you know about this once great pastime of summer. Here's your question for today. Richard Hollingshead is credited with developing the first drive-in theater, which opened in June of 1933.
Wow.
In what eastern, that's kind of your big clue here, in which eastern U.S. state was it located? Was it located in Georgia, Louisiana, New Jersey, or Ohio? Those are your choices. The first drive-in theater was in what U.S. state? Was it Georgia, Louisiana, New Jersey, or Ohio? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
It's runs a day, so get a prize. Call 872-2801.
I love the morning show.
Wake up with us. We sound way better than this. KCNI KBBN Radio.
Nicole is having her favorite Runza salad.
The something something ranch salad.
It's the chicken bacon ranch salad.
But you can put whatever else you want around it. I'm here for the ranch.
I'm with you. Runza's homemade ranch is perfect. It's so good. A classic.
It's literally the only reason I like salad.
Great point. Come get a salad with your ranch. Try Runza's chicken bacon ranch salad today, because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
We had a call. We were connected, but I could not hear anybody on the other line, so I'm not sure if that's a cell situation or what took place there. So what is the answer?
The answer is New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Yep.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Real quick, before we talk with Trish, we want to talk a little bit about the Prairie Pioneers Center. On this 26th day, they're having stuffed pepper casserole, tomatoes, zucchini, and fruit. Call them, let them know that you're coming to have a meal today at noon. Call them at 872-6121, and you can also call them to set up for home delivery of those meals as well. Very reasonably priced. Well, it sounds like you've been on the go, young lady.
I have. I was in Lincoln yesterday, but that was more for fun. And yeah, so, and Anselmo right after this, heading up there and putting up a couple shades. And
Wow, Anselmo, McCook, Lincoln, the lake, Sherman Reservoir. You're all over the place.
I'm at Calamus. I was at Calamus last Saturday. I was up there.
Well, you're doing some lake houses then.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Getting out and seeing the water and just the beautiful green hills. Oh my goodness, it is just amazing to go and just see just rolling beautiful green hills. So yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is looking good. And as we were just talking with Mark, the lake's still full there. Haven't even started to draw much out of there. We're at July, so that's all good. The hills look good. That's fun to see.
I was down in Callaway, and the only comment that was said was, as high as the grasses are now, if that stuff starts drying out, it's going to become a little tinderbox. So
that
that's a scary thing too. But
well, let's just go ahead and rain. Let's get a rain once a week then.
I like it.
I think that works out fine.
With it. I talk to the guy upstairs and make that happen.
Well, the forecast, he's indicating he would like to dump some more rain on us the next couple days. So we'll see what happens.
Last night's storm was a little freaky.
Yeah, and I haven't.
It's just weird.
I haven't talked to Jeremy yet. Assume he came out. Got about 10 hundredths, but I noticed some branches, small branches were down.
There's a huge one down on F.
Oh, is there?
Past 11th. Yeah, there was a big limb came down there. So, and there was a recliner in the middle of F Street when I left for exercise this morning. But it wasn't there when I came back. So I'm kind of going to go with the idea that somebody was trying to get to the dump early and lost something and came back and got it. I'm only hoping that was the scenario, because I was trying to figure out how a recliner got dumped on F Street.
Well, now we'd be in trouble if storms started dumping recliners. Yeah, so let's hope that wasn't.
It did move a fire insert, one of those things. Cassie Henderson had hers blow out of her fire pit thing. So I guess the wind was really weird.
Yeah, I sleep in the basement. I didn't even know until I got in the car this morning and looked at, we had some moisture, and I started seeing little branches around.
Right, there's a lot of little branches down, but it was it was pretty weird. I saw the lightning. I did wake up and heard all the rain, but promptly fell back asleep. So
we're all good.
I was tired. I mowed the lawn yesterday, so that was a little crazy.
Yeah, and it was 94 yesterday, so it was pretty warm.
It was hot in Lincoln.
Oh, it's always hot in Lincoln. Yeah. It can be the same temperature and feel hotter in Lincoln.
It was hot in Lincoln.
So the word is out on you. You already know that, because
what I do now.
Well, people, you go do a job for somebody, they call somebody else and say, you need to talk to this gal from Broken Bow, this Trish with Designs Distinction, and have her come and look at your place.
It's doing pretty good. I've been pretty busy and just doing 1 and 2 shades. So I don't mind doing that. And it doesn't really change anything. I'll measure whatever you have, but it's just one lady I'm working with here in Broken Bow, and she said, can we just order the one room right now and see how I like it? And absolutely. I'd rather do that than have somebody be unhappy with something. But yeah, that's always been my thing. I'll do one window or the whole house, whatever you need done.
I suppose there's some services out there that require
minimums.
Minimum, and you don't do that.
No, never have. And I try very, very seldom do my prices change from the quote. I'll eat it versus, raise that quote price, which a lot of people are like, does that include installations? Like, yes, everything I quote includes me putting it up.
And that's a big part of it for a lot of folks. Now, we all know that we can order just about anything with a little mouse these days,
Yeah, absolutely.
But the little mouse doesn't put the curtain up on the wall. and
there could be a divorce in the future on that one.
Yeah, or a high blood pressure.
Right, high blood pressure event.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Well, no, it's just so nice because you know exactly what you're doing. If there needs to be some adjustments, you make them. You stick as close to your bid as you can. It's a no-brainer. Yeah. I mean,
I'm working with one lady, and she doesn't know when it happened. She doesn't know if it was when they put the windows in, if the original buyer did it or whatever. But they actually put molding up to the mini blinds, and it had that little inch at the top, so a mini blind would sit in there. And I'm like, okay, I don't have anywhere to put my brackets, and I can't go into that little, I'd have to pull the molding out of the window that they put in for whatever reason, instead of just caulking it, which is what normal things happen. But no, they put that little quarter round all the way up to that mini blind, and I'm like, I don't even know how I'm going to get that mini blind out of that window.
So did you solve the problem?
Not yet.
Oh, you're still thinking about it.
We might be doing an outside mount, which I don't like to do. If you've got enough room to put that shade inside the molding, area, I'd much rather do that than bring a shade into the room. So I got to go up today and look at my brackets and figure out what I need to do.
Well, I'm glad it's you doing that because you've got the experience to make the best decision possible there. That's what we run into.
Somebody to come in and put a different kind of wood filler wood in there that I can screw to change it.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure you run into some things like that once in a while that need.
Yeah, this one is unusual. I've never really seen this done before around windows. So I'm sure there was a reason.
Yeah, well,
and then
usually
think,
is.
Okay, I could take that molding off, but what am I going to find behind that molding? There could be a huge gap around that window.
Yeah,
which would be a little scary.
Well, there you go. That's what you run into as a amateur or don't know what you're doing. That makes it even worse because we would probably try some. I don't know what a lot of us would do, and it would end up being a mess. So
or just stop at that point, go, I just don't know what to do,
yeah.
Walk away from it.
Yes, we won't have any shades there, right?
Exactly.
Well,
so
I love your stories because, first of all, the most important thing I think that you do is you make all these friends wherever you go.
I do. And then just being, well, we've talked about this 100 times, but just being on the radio. I was with a lady yesterday in Lincoln, because it was a whole group of us went to the International Quilt Museum, and she's like, I've heard you on the radio. Like,
wow.
Okay.
That is kind of weird.
I know that voice. I'm like,
Well, you mentioned that last time that you might have a little bit of an accent, but you have a very distinct voice as well. So between the two,
I know. I just and when I hear recordings of my voice, I hate it. I just like, oh my goodness.
Well, trust us, I think some people think that radio guys like listening to their voices. That's not necessarily true. But it's a living, right?
It is.
Yeah.
And it's what you do, and you do it well. But so I said I used to be so afraid when I would come out here, and now it's like, I bring coffee. We're all good.
Yeah, it's relaxing.
It is.
So for folks out there maybe dialing us up for the first time, haven't heard you on the air, the main thing we want to stress here is to get started, you need to just pick up the phone and make a call.
Yep.
That's the best way to contact you, right?
Or text.
Yeah.
But that 308-870-3677, because basically I'm working 6 days a week.
Yeah.
So I'm 3 days out at Bow Family.
Oh, write that down.
I love what I do
yes.
out there. Just have a great time. And sometimes the two jobs mix together, and that's what happened at the Calamus. You know, the furniture that she ordered got delivered, and I just went out and measured the house, and so
that works great.
So it's perfect. And I redid brand new dining room chair cushions for her to match one of the chairs that she had custom made with the fabric. So we got more of that fabric in, and I covered the dining room chairs. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's starting to meld together. And
yeah, that's a great combination. And I didn't know how much small upholstery work you were doing, but you are still doing some.
Yes, the like dining room chairs, outdoor cushions, and I'll continue to do that. But yeah, it's those kind of things I can do, but the bigger pieces.
Sure.
Yeah, no, I just don't have the hand strength to do. That, as you know, that's just a lot of
Pulling
and tugging, and I can do something, and then the next day is when, I'm just,
yeah, you can do it that day, but the next day you can't. I think we can understand that.
I just need to be able to keep hanging shades.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that is a great combination, and I know you enjoy working at Bow Family.
Do.
And
yep, great people. It's been a lot of fun. Learned a lot, and still learn every day. Learned something Saturday. I didn't know adjustable bases had like a nightlight under them.
Really?
Like, wow, that's cool. Not all of them, but some of them do. Who knew?
Well, I guess even furniture technology changes things.
It does.
Wow.
Oh, so much of the motion furniture now coming in has all the USB plugs and the USB-C plugs and phone chargers that you just lay the, phone on the thing and it charges. I'm like, who knew?
Who would have thought of that? You can charge your phone while you're in your recliner.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Without a cord.
Well, yeah, without a cord, wireless. We have some pieces that are wireless. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So come out and check it out.
Pretty soon we'll have the refrigerator coming to us. It'll just come and a little hand will come out. And
well, that goes back to the Jetsons.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah. The Jetsons were that way.
Right.
Brent, you could watch a ball game and say, fridge? Bring me a soda.
Yeah.
And they'll come over and hand you a soda. You wouldn't even have to get out of your chair.
If my dad is listening right now, he's going, that's what kids are for. That's what I was used for. Hey, go get this.
Well, if you have a good lab.
Actually, I was
too.
the remote when I was growing up, It was just like, hey,
Remember
get up and change
the
the
remotes
channel.
on the TV that you heard it clunk?
Yeah.
It was just so weird. But anyway.
Or going back further, and I don't know about where you grew up, what it was like, but here there were supposed to be 3 channels that you could get on your TV, and you got one really pretty good.
Oh, you had to adjust the rabbit ears.
Well, yeah, or go out and turn the antenna on the roof.
Or the antenna on the roof, yeah.
Or kick the side of the TV because it was rolling and snowy. It's a lot different these days. Now we have
oh my goodness,
flat screens that are an inch deep and or less. It's crazy, isn't it?
Crazy.
Yeah.
It is. It's
But you still have windows in houses and businesses.
Right. We're always going to have those.
You're always going to have that. You always want to protect your property from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you want to do this, I'm sure you'll be able to stay busy.
Trying to stay healthy and keep moving. It's the big thing.
That is the big thing. And what's the number they need to call?
Yep, 308-870-3677. Text. Email is trishmcdesigns with an S at the end of it @gmail.
Okay.
Yep. And I am on Facebook, but since I got hacked, I'm not doing a heck of a lot on it. I'm done. All these people came out of the woodwork and they're like, oh, I can help you get your old, Facebook account back. It's only going to cost you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm done. No. Nope. Not interested.
I don't blame you. Thanks, Trish. Appreciate
Thanks.
it. We'll take a time out. After the timeout, news.
Spring and summer fun is upon us. Here at Team Physical Therapy, we want to get you ready and keep you healthy all year long. If you are having trouble getting back into shape, call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111. We are highly trained in sports injuries that you may be experiencing. Whether it's a muscle strain, shin splints, foot, knee, or shoulder pain, let your movement rehabilitation specialist get you in shape for summer fun. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
There are many good reasons to pre-select your family memorial. During the month of June is one more good reason. Palmer Monument's After Memorial Day sale. Go and see Palmer Monument today, and when you bring the coupon from the newspaper, receive additional savings off their already reduced prices. Their goal is to assist you in selecting a memorial that best fits your family needs, and they'll save you money too. During the After Memorial Day sale at Palmer Monument Company of Broken Bow and Lexington.
Listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange has arrived in his native Australia after a trip that took him from London to the island of Saipan. to plead guilty to 1 count of espionage for revealing U.S. government secrets. Reporter Scott Mayman.
After stepping off the plane at Canberra Airport and pumping his fist in the air, Assange's wife explains they need privacy.
What he's been through, he needs time. He needs to recuperate.
President Biden pardoning thousands of former military members discharged for consensual same-sex relationships. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
This could affect thousands of former service members convicted of violating a former ban on consensual gay sex. The military policy has since been changed, but many service members never regained their benefits.
Congresswoman Lauren Boeberts won the Colorado Republican primary after switching districts. Pro-Israel's George Latimer, the Democratic winner in New York. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
At Progressive, we know money can't buy you happiness, but money did help you buy an RV, which means an excuse from working Saturday with your insufferable coworker, Dave. So money is helping you listen to birds chirp instead of Dave chirping about how his toddler is fluent in 3 languages. And it's also why you'll be smelling pine trees in the air, not Dave's tuna melt reheating in a microwave. So save money by bundling your RV or boat insurance with home or auto from Progressive and buy more happiness, or something close to it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
In Nebraska news, the man arrested for stealing 2 urns from a mausoleum in Grand Island in May will be sentenced for 2 felony crimes in August. Court records show 34-year-old Richard Boone pleaded guilty to burglary and prohibited acts with human remains. The Grand Island police said a burglary at the Grand Island Cemetery on Stoley Park Road was reported May 23rd. Police said the urns were stolen sometime between May 17th and May 23rd. According to police, 2 urns with cremated human remains were taken from inside a mausoleum. On May 27th, police traced Boone to a stolen vehicle they suspected was involved in the burglary. A search of the vehicle revealed evidence that tied Boone to the crime. Police said Boone confirmed he was in possession of the truck. He was arrested earlier in the month on suspicion of prohibited acts with human remains, burglary, and criminal mischief. Throughout the court proceedings, Boone represented himself, and on Tuesday he pleaded guilty to both crimes. He'll be sentenced August 19th. The combined maximum penalties for both crimes total 22 years in prison. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NBA. We're on the eve of the draft. The New York Knicks and Brooklyn Nets agree on a trade to send forward Mikal Bridges to the Knicks in exchange for forward Bojan Bogdanovic, 5 first-round draft picks, a first-round pick swap, and a second-round pick. Bridges played 6 seasons in the NBA with the Nets and Suns. He averaged 19.6 points and 4.6 rebounds last year. In baseball games of note, the Guardians outscored the Orioles 10-8. Cleveland's won 7 in a row. Baltimore's dropped 5 straight. Cleveland now percentage points up on Philadelphia for the top record in baseball as the Phillies lost to the Tigers 4-1. Philadelphia is at 52-27, Cleveland 51-26. Yankees lose to the Mets 9-7. Aaron Judge in defeat did hit his major league leading 29th home run of the year, but starter Garrett Cole for the Yankees allowed 6 earned runs in 4 innings. The Dodgers down the White Sox 4-3. LA's Shohei Ohtani hit his National League leading 24th home run of the season. Brewers over the Rangers 3-1.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Today, with daytime highs approaching 85. Northeasterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected. Tonight, chance for isolated rain showers. Lows dip down to about 65. Chance for isolated showers. Tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 78. Overcast skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Currently 67 under a sunny sky, winds light out of the north, barometric pressure at 30.07, humidity at 85%. High yesterday was 94, overnight low of 60, sunset today at 9:16, sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:07. We did pick up 0.10 precipitation overnight from a windy storm sometime during the evening. We'll talk to Jeremy and see if he had to come in last night. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm with you. I had absolutely no idea anything rolled through overnight. It certainly didn't wake me up. So, but when I, like you said, when I was driving out here, saw, some of the limbs and things in the road, and like, wow, something must have rolled through maybe.
Yeah, that put us at 5 inches and 94 hundredths for the month. 67 and currently sunny here at Broken Bow, Nebraska. It's 8:06. Here's Bob Seger.
going to be a very fun weekend here in central Nebraska. Come and see us in Callaway or Ansley.
Drawings every Friday and a grand prize drawing in September. Details on sandhillsexpress.com. Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
12 past the hour of 8 o'clock. Brent and Dave with you here. I don't know how to... Well, two stories from the science sector this morning.
All right.
First was about NASA couldn't even stop a fake asteroid from destroying the Earth. So in other words, they went through a drill. They had a simulation of an asteroid coming towards Earth, and they were using the tools that they have at this time to prevent it from directly hitting the Earth.
Ah.
And they were using their new DART system that sends a rocket up to nudge the space rock out of its alignment.
Mm-hmm.
In space, you just move something a little ways, and that could completely make it miss the Earth. It didn't work.
Have they not seen the movie Armageddon? I mean, you just fly a space shuttle up there with some oil rigging guys, you know, drill a hole in it, and
put a bomb in it.
Exactly.
Well, there were holes, but they were holes in their plan. Evidently, when they did this, the pretend scenario where they had 14 years to prepare for the asteroid hit. So it wasn't like all of a sudden it was a surprise. In this scenario, they had 14 years to plan how to redirect the asteroid from hitting the Earth, and it didn't work out very well. They did say they learned a lot from it, and so now they'll go to work and try to fill in some of those areas where they failed.
Mm-hmm.
So there are still Armageddon possibilities out there. Probably always will be.
Yes.
The other one, this is a tough one, Brent. This is going to make you uncomfortable.
Okay, do I need to go to my island?
Well, you might want to get ready to jump, yes.
Okay.
So we've been talking lately. I've been initiating the discussion about how, as human beings, we were given the gift to be on this earth, and we keep leaving junk behind. And now we're junking up space.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is going a little too far, but they're trying to figure out, because they're going to go to the moon and live there. That's one of the plans. They want to have a space station on the moon.
Okay.
As early, they're going to send astronauts back as early as 2026 to the moon. Now, I don't know how soon they'll be putting up a lodge there, but they're trying to determine what to do with, poop.
Okay.
Now,
all right. Okay. You have to think about those things.
Well, if you're on the moon, and say there's 5 or 6 of you, and you're going to live there for an extended period of time,
yes,
then you have a waste problem.
Sure.
You don't have a septic tank,
and
you don't really know what effect that would have on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
porta potties would probably be difficult to maintain.
Yes, and you have less
and to
gravity.
Keep anchored.
Less gravity there. You could have porta potties floating around. I don't know. The question is, do we bury it on the moon or bring it back to Earth? After all, the micro life might one day evolve into space monsters or something.
Oh, my.
If there's microorganisms in there and they survive on the moon, maybe we could create a monster. NASA has already had 6 missions that have left 96 bags of poop on the moon.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So that story says you're right, I'm a little uncomfortable talking about this, but there's there's bags of poop?
We've already left poop
now?
on the moon. As humans, we've went to the moon, we've left poop there.
Okay. Did not know that. Wow.
Yeah. At 6 missions, 96 bags of poop. A reminder to the universe, wherever you go, wherever we go, we bring our crap with us.
Yes, we do.
We'll be right back. Henry's Beach Bar and Grill is the place to be during the Pioneer Picnic, June 28th and 29th in Callaway. Friday night boasts the best karaoke around with Thunder Karaoke from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. Then on Saturday morning, go and enjoy Henry's famous Bloody Mary starting at 9:30 a.m. And don't miss Henry's annual cornhole tournament at 1, and then dance the night away with 3 bands. Drew Phillips starts at 8:30, followed by Downtown Nowhere, and partying deep into the night with Pocket and his band. Henry's is a place to relax, have fun, and party during the Pioneer Picnic in Callaway. See you there.
Summer annual forages from Arrow Seed give us more grazing days, more tons per acre, better digestibility and palatability. And with the investment I have in my cattle, I just can't see cutting corners on forage. What goes in the ground ends up in my animals. Better forage starts with better seed. Arrow Seed.
Discover how Arrow Seed can put your forages in step with the rest of your high-performance operation. Visit with your local Arrow Seed dealer or learn more at arrowseed.com. Arrow Seed. First in forage.
Nebraska State Bank believes in our strong rural communities. We believe in our local ag producers and their capacity for innovation and growth. At Nebraska State Bank, we work hard to support our customers' growth, and that means growing ourselves as well. We offer a variety of banking products to make banking easier, especially during busy times, such as making payments online, signing loan documents digitally, or mobile depositing a check. These are just a few ways we can help simplify your life. Visit nesb.bank or call any of our branches to learn more about how we can make banking easier for you. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
8:19, we're going to switch subjects now. Let's get back on track here.
Yes.
Today's the 26th of June, so this will be the former charter celebration for the Ansley Area Rotary, and past the pen ceremony at 6 p.m. today at the Ansley Park at the lakes near the community building. They'll have a potluck dinner. Brisket will be provided, and they thank Kent Nelson for cooking it up. Families and guests are invited. That is today, June 26th, celebration for the Ansley Area Rotary, past the pen ceremony at 6 p.m. at the community building at the Ansley Lake.
All right, good. Hey, they kind of changed some things up for what they're going to do this weekend at Wild Rose Gallery, so we want to make sure that you're aware of the changes. Coming up on Saturday now, on June 29th, so they're going to do something special on Saturday now. Saturday, June 29th, they're going to hold a Beginning Watercolor Workshop 2, is what they're calling it, featuring artist Cindy Holmes. This will be Saturday, June 29th from 9 until noon. This workshop will focus on basic watercolor skills and techniques. This is the second in a series of 2 workshops exploring the various techniques of watercolor painting. The registration fee is $35. All materials will be provided, but please bring watercolor sets and brushes if you have them. To find out more and to register, you can call 872-2632. You can also email wildrose.artists, that's plural, at gmail.com. Again, the number 872-2632. That's the Beginning Watercolor Workshop 2 featuring artist Cindy Holmes, and this will be Saturday, June 29th from 9 until noon at the Wild Rose Gallery.
All right, thank you, Brent. Of course, this weekend, let's just kind of take a look at what's going on here. You hear about, there's nothing to do in Nebraska. And that's just, I don't know, I would be bored in Nebraska.
It's not true.
Especially out, in rural Nebraska. There's not much going on. As you said, it's not true. Here's an example. Ansley Muddy Creek Celebration. Fun starts this Friday. Callaway Pioneer Picnic starts this Friday. Lexington's 150th anniversary celebration underway this weekend. And this goes all the way through Friday, Saturday, and in some cases there's a little activity left over on Sunday. The Callaway Pioneer Picnic will have a breakfast and rodeo slack, for instance, and Muddy Creek will have sand volleyball and church and so forth. So through the weekend, there's 3 different choices there of wonderful festivals to go and take part in. And they keep writing about out here in rural Nebraska, there's nothing to do. Well, we know here at the radio station, we have the privilege of promoting these activities. There's something going on all the way through spring and summer in this part of the world.
Absolutely.
It takes volunteers and great communities and people to do it. So I hope someday they start writing about how much there is to do for family fun in rural Nebraska.
You know, here on the Breakfast Show, we like to share studies. You do that a lot. You know, you do a study and then you share the results. And, well, I think if they were to do a study, they would find that people are not able to sleep on Tuesday night. And,
Really?
And the reason is they're wondering what's for Wednesday.
Oh, sure.
At Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to tell you right now, what's for Wednesday at Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique? Well, last week's special that they did was so exciting, they're going to do it again. So in case you missed it, it's your lucky Wednesday. Come in today, and here's what you'll find. You'll find all the soaps, lotions, jewelry, purses, candles, 25% off today. And with a $50 purchase of regular price merchandise, you'll receive a free sweet treat.
Oh, man.
That is what's for Wednesday today. Chapin's Furniture, Square One Boutique. Of course, you'll find them south side of the square in Broken Bow.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Let's just see here if we can get a hold of...
Hello?
Yeah, Jeremy?
Yes.
Boy, you got a big voice today. You sound like a big radio announcer or something.
Oh, thank you.
Did you have to come out here last night?
I just barely didn't.
Barely didn't?
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was close, if I had to guess. We had several special weather statements that were posted up, and we were in a severe thunderstorm watch, but nothing ever became a severe thunderstorm warning. It was odd.
Yeah, that's good, though. I didn't think the alarm went off at our house, but sometimes if I'm in the basement, I have a fan running, even as loud as that is. I don't always hear it, and Brent said he didn't know anything happened until we got up this morning either. So
Yeah, we had our power turn on and off a little bit after 11, between 11 and midnight, several different times, and we had the severe thunderstorm watch that eventually got issued. But the storm stayed, as far as radar goes, at about 50-mile-an-hour winds and pea-size hail. And I think usually you got to see, somewhere around 60-mile-an-hour winds to have a severe thunderstorm. So we were close, but not quite.
All right. Well, we were wondering, and I'm glad that you didn't have to get out of your jammies last night and come out here.
Yeah, it would have been my jammies too, yeah. But something about, 11 o'clock, midnight, in a weird way, is almost worse than when I had to come out at 3 a.m. this past weekend. I don't know why. But that just seems worse somehow.
Yeah, well, let's hope we get through this. I think I get the storm duty 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and it looks like you might be busy today or tonight, and I might be busy the next day. It looks like good chance of some more weather moving in.
Yep, very much so.
All right, thanks, Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Can we handle just some radio business?
Sure.
Okay. I meant to plug in the cell phone for you when I got here this morning because I think we have a remote, if I'm not mistaken, later in the show. So I just wanted to tell you, you might want to check the phone and see if it needs charged a little bit before we head out.
Okay, yep, I'll check it out.
All right, my man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Yep, we do have that remote coming up, and that will be towards the end of the show. Also, during the show today, we're going to give you a chance to get registered for that $75 cash prize on Friday of this week. We're giving away $75 every Friday in hard, cold cash to a lucky winner. Those winners will also then be eligible for $750 in prizes, cash prizes. And we're also giving away that wonderful grill, Weber grill, That is through Ace Hardware here in Broken Bow. And if you win the $75, then you're in for the other two prizes, chances for one of those. And who can't use $75 worth of cash? And it's all
absolutely.
It's all about KCNI's 75th anniversary.
And since you're talking about that day, I think it's important to remind everybody, we're now with this particular drawing, like when we draw a winner, say on Friday, we don't throw out any of the registrations. So if you've gotten registered at any time during the start of this promotion, you're registered for every single time we do a weekly drawing. We are just accumulating every single registration we get, whether it's by phone, whether it's by text, or whether it's when we're out at some of these festivals visiting with you in person. Your name stays in there. Now, obviously, you want to increase your chances, so feel free to register anytime we give you the opportunity, but we're not throwing anything out. All of these are just being accumulated for each and every weekly drawing.
That is correct. Thank you for reminding everybody about that. Well, let's see here.
I'm anxious to see who you're trying to get a hold of. Apparently, they're not there.
Well, I was going to get a hold of Christy, but...
yeah, well... She's probably busy.
Yeah, she's probably busy.
Either that or she saw it was us. It's like,
not answering.
I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not in the mood.
She's pretending she doesn't hear us. Or maybe she's not hearing very well.
Maybe she's just not hearing us.
If that is the case, we certainly need to get Christy to Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Because a good salesperson needs to be a good listener.
Absolutely.
And to be able to hear and communicate with the customers is essential. So we'll set up an appointment for you, Christy, at Nebraska Land Hearing Center, because Roxanne is a board-certified instrument specialist, hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience. She's located right here in Custer County, right here in downtown Broken Bow on the east side of the square. So Christy will not have to travel very far to get her free hearing test. And that is right there in the office. And if Christy does need hearing aids, sometimes I wonder, because she doesn't always pay attention to what we're talking about, and I think we need to make sure she's hearing okay. If she buys her hearing aids, then she gets free extended warranties on her new hearing aids, also discounts for buying local. Could get up to like $2,000 off in some cases. That should interest Christy.
Yes.
Pricing is available on all budgets for all technologies. No need to travel to Lincoln or Omaha to have the test and get the latest technology. As a matter of fact, Roxanne has the new AI Genesis hearing aids that can even have an app to go with them and let somebody know if you fall, or health data can be provided through that. It's crazy. Call her to make an appointment at 308-384-3852, located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building. The business name is on the glass window in front.
Dave was talking about some of the events coming up this weekend around our area. Among them, the 150th anniversary celebration in Lexington, established in 1874. They will be celebrating 150 years, and they're going to do it in style this weekend. Just a little bit more information about their celebration coming up on Friday, June 28th. They'll have the Plum Creek 5K at 6 p.m., and then a melodrama being presented at 7 o'clock Friday evening at the Veterans Pavilion at Kirkpatrick Memorial Park. A lot of activities on Saturday, June 29th, among them the parade at 10 a.m. through downtown Lexington. Then the Family Fun Fest, a lot of things set up for the kids from noon to 3 at the Kirkpatrick Memorial Park. The Veterans Pavilion dedication and ceremony will be at 1 o'clock at the park. Then Speaker Jim Reisdorf will be giving a presentation at 2 at the Dawson County History Museum. They are bringing in author Carlos R. Servin, who wrote the book, One Lexington. He'll be speaking about that at 3:30 Saturday afternoon at the Lexington Public Library. And then, of course, he'll light off the fireworks at dusk back at Kirkpatrick Memorial Park. A couple of things planned in Lex on Sunday, June 30th. They'll present the melodrama again Sunday afternoon at 1:30, and then a community worship service at 4 o'clock in the afternoon at the Veterans Pavilion at Kirkpatrick Memorial Park. For more information on the weekend, you can call 308-324-5504. So they're looking back and moving forward in the community of Lexington this weekend.
BD and Broken Bow is hiring. If you're looking for a great career, BD is hiring, and they'd love to have you join their team. They offer competitive wages, a team environment, and day one benefits, which is, I tell you, you used to have to work 6 months to a year to get benefits. Not at BD. First day you start, you're on their benefit plan, which includes health, life, dental, tuition reimbursement, and more. Apply online at bd.com/careers. You can also attend open interviews every Wednesday from 3 until 4 p.m. in Broken Bow. Again, that's bd.com/careers, or stop in on Wednesdays between 3 and 4 o'clock.
All right, let's tell you what's showing at the movies. For the next couple of days, here's your lineup. Summer Camp will be showing tonight and tomorrow night again, rated PG-13. Nora, Ginny, and Mary have been close friends since they were children and have spent their summer vacations together without fail, attending sleepaway camp as a trio. So check it out, Summer Camp, showing at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Still there, Bad Boys Ride or Die. It'll be showing tonight and tomorrow night when their late police captain gets linked to drug cartels. Wisecracking Miami cops Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett embark on a dangerous mission to clear their names.
Oh, gosh.
And Inside Out 2. It's one of the biggest movies of the summer. It's the new Disney and Pixar film. It is the sequel to the very popular and entertaining Inside Out. It's Inside Out 2 returns to the mind of newly minted teenager Riley just as headquarters is undergoing a sudden demolition to make room for something entirely unexpected. New emotions, joy, sadness, anger, fear, and disgust show up in Inside Out 2, showing now at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. So now let's go to Friday and through the weekend. Now, want to stress, this lineup is June 28th through July 2nd. I think they're still kind of making some decisions and seeing what's available once we get to the 4th of July holiday and beyond. So what we're reading, we know for sure will show June 28th through July 2nd. Coming to the theater, the new Kevin Costner film. Have you seen previews for this?
I have.
The new Western Horizon. I think it's got like 4 chapters to it, and this is the first one. And it is coming to the Fox Theater and will start showing on Friday night. Families, friends, and foes discover the lure of the Old West as the Civil War divides the country. It's the new Kevin Costner Western Horizon, and it will start showing this weekend at the Fox Theater. Also, one of the new big movies coming out, A Quiet Place, Day One. You're going to find out why they had to be quiet. All right? When New York City comes under attack from an alien invasion, a woman and other survivors try to find a way to safety. So find out how it all began. A Quiet Place, Day One, showing on Friday through the weekend at the Fox Theater, and then Inside Out 2 will remain through the weekend as well. Also, don't forget, during the summer, they do their very popular summer movie series for just $2. You can take in a movie on Wednesday afternoon, and today at 2 o'clock, they'll be presenting Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That'll be your summer movie series sponsored by Markham Construction. That'll be today at 2 o'clock, just $2 to get into the theater this afternoon at 2 o'clock for that showing.
We'll be right back.
Save on a wide variety of items this week when you pick up the in-store circular at Barney Pharmacy. Itchy eyes are no joke this time of year. Bring relief with products from Sustain and Lumify. Pain relief creams at Barney Pharmacy include Asper Cream and Icy Hot. And kick that stomach ache away with Zantac, Culturelle, and Tums products. No matter what department you look in, it has savings. Visit Barney Pharmacy across from the square in downtown Broken Bow.
Don't let a dry spell or a lackluster lawn get you down. Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair specializes in both revitalizing lawns and keeping them beautiful. Have them come to your home or business and worry about applying fertilizer with their 5-step program. Then sell the lawnmower and have them cruise by and take care of that too. To keep your lawn happy, ask about sprinkler repair and aeration. Licensed and insured, serving Custer County and beyond. 308-870-0348.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
Hi, Central Nebraska. This is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. As a part of our constant search for great ways to serve our customers, I'm excited to announce that Lori Pandorf-Leeper has joined our team in Callaway as an experienced licensed agent. So whether you're needing new home, auto, business, farm, ranch, or life and health insurance, or maybe you're just checking in on your current coverage options, reach out to Liana, Chip, or Lori at Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency.
Good to have you along. It's 8:38. I want to thank the businesses who make our video stream and replays of the breakfast show available. They include Central Nebraska Warehouse and Storage, Culligan Water here in Broken Bow, Fairder Auto Parts, the Garden Center, and Prairie Patio Furniture, Hunter's Towing, Ideal Realty, Quality Senior Villages, Ross Electric and Hertique, Runza here in Broken Bow, B-Bar Trailer Sales, and the Custer County Foundation. Thank you so much for making the stream available to our listeners and viewers out there of the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And I think also today you'll be able to view our remote that will be coming up later on this hour. And that will be from Troy's Hot Rocket Fireworks. And I believe we'll also include Facebook Live with that on Sandhills Express, so you can kind of watch as they're scanning around at all the different fireworks available at Troy's Hot Rocket Fireworks.
Yeah.
3 different locations for you to buy your fireworks here in Broken Bow this year. And we were at Kaboomers yesterday. They're located at the Pleasure Lanes Sylvester's parking lot. Loud and Proud, they'll be located and started sales yesterday from the former Muddy Creek Auto parking lot. And we'll go to Troy's Hot Rocket Fireworks today between WinQuest, your Napa dealer, and Tractor Supply. That's what their locations. And they're going to be talking about some discounts for military people and so forth today. And kind of show what they have going on there.
Yeah, good.
So.
Heard a few go off last night.
Yep, we did too. It'll be over before you know it. There'll be I wonder how many thousands of explosions there'll be between now and midnight on the 4th.
There will be a few.
There will be. Oh, I wanted to eat crow for a moment.
Oh.
You remember when Peg called in about the song Night Shift?
Yes.
That Springsteen covered.
Uh-huh.
And I agreed, or I told her that who originally did it.
Yeah, I think you thought Marvin Gaye originally did it, but the song was actually, I think, a tribute to Marvin Gaye that the Commodores did in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I heard about that later from my program director, Joan Burney, that I was wrong. And I've been going to mention that since then. So, yeah, Springsteen covering the Commodores song, which also had tributes to other artists, including Marvin Gaye. So I was wrong.
That's all right.
I was wrong.
Well, you were, but, I mean, you weren't terribly wrong.
I was pretty wrong.
Okay,
I was pretty wrong.
I'm trying to make you feel better, but
I feel
yeah,
guilty
you're
about
right.
it.
You were wrong.
I was wrong. I was arrogant about it, and I was guilty of being wrong. So now I feel guilty, which is a good thing. I think guilt is a good thing. So anyway, here's Bruce Springsteen.
There you go.
Memorial Day sale at the Palmer Monument Company in Broken Bow and Lexington.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
The warm season is here. Feeling motivated to get some projects done? Your first stop should be Ansley Lumber and Supply. If you aren't as motivated as you'd like to be, when you see the quality products and materials they sell to put on your home, you'll be ready to go. Composite decking from TimberTech and Armadillo will stand the test of time. Pella and Marvin windows will keep the outside air out and the inside air in. Top it all with Tamco Titan XT roofing, tough like a roof should be. Metal is another option for your barn dominium, shop, or other roof as well. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
Good morning, Captain. Good morning, Captain.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
And we're glad you are doing that. We appreciate it very much. The Seven Valleys Rodeo in Callaway is traditionally one of the nicest rodeos around. They've just been known for having a great rodeo, and it continues as part of the Callaway Pioneer Picnic this Friday and Sunday. So everyone is invited to attend. You'll find the rodeo grounds just off Highway 40 southeast of Callaway, and they've improved that over the years. Very, very nice. They have exciting rodeo action and certain to entertain the whole family. Friday it starts at 7:30, Sunday at 5:30, the Seven Valleys Rodeo. Take it in, you won't be disappointed. For more information, you can call Jim Johnson at 870-2175. Again, this Friday, 7:30, this Sunday at 5:30, the Seven Valleys Rodeo. See you in Callaway.
There you go. Hey, tomorrow is Market on the Square. Don't forget about that. Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce wants to remind you, Market on the Square tomorrow from 10 until 4. Farmers, crafters, bakers, come enjoy the day or your lunch in the square and check it out. It'll be Market on the Square tomorrow from 10 to 4 in downtown Broken Bow. Also, don't forget, Crazy Days is right around the corner, and it's going to be crazy this year. All kinds of neat things planned for the celebration this year. Crazy Days, July 11th through the 13th, so mark your calendars for lots of fun. Of course, the retailers will go crazy with sales on Thursday, July 11th, and then on Saturday, July 13th, they have a big day planned with live music out at the Custer County Fairgrounds. They'll do their 5K and Donut Dash that day as well on Saturday, July 13th, and we'll tell you more about that and some of the things they have planned once we get closer to those dates. But mark it on your calendar, Crazy Days, July 11th through the 13th in Broken Bow. And don't forget, Market on the Square tomorrow, 10 to 4.
10 minutes before the hour. Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow believes that an active life is a nurturing experience at their facility. Residents can thrive and live in an active lifestyle and have activities that can bring about feeling and self-worth and well-being. Some stimulation that is offered there for their folks who live there, physical activity, and also movies, music, crafts, games, gardening, cooking, and outings in their new outdoor area that was built in the last year. Specialized Alzheimer's and dementia care, assisted living at Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow. Call them at 872-6387 if you'd like more information. I'm going to take a stab at this one now and see if Joan calls me. I'll know I have it wrong, but I think I have this right. So right now on HBO, there is about a 2-hour, maybe 2.5-hour special on Little Stevie, Stephen Van Zandt. And I think if you can catch it or stream it, you'll be surprised about Little Steven. Originally, he was kind of nicknamed Miami Steve by the Springsteen band, and the formulation that they had earlier before the Springsteen band. And his career is a lot more in depth than you might think. He's on our radio station on KBBN every Saturday night at 8 o'clock, Little Steven's Underground Garage. but his involvement in all sorts of social activities. Of course, he's gotten into acting in movies, but he was a lot more of a interesting character than you might think, and it's a 2.5-hour show that if you get a chance on HBO or find the stream, I think you'll like it. He actually wrote a lot of songs for a lot of different people, including the E Street Band and Bruce Springsteen, but for many others as well early in his career. And he's a great producer of shows. He's directed movies. He's just a very talented man. This is one he wrote that Jackson Browne and many others sang after he wrote it. It's called I Am a Patriot.
And the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous, and the river opens for the righteous.
and surrounding muscles can lead to a number of symptoms that disrupt your daily life. It can be hard to know who to seek out for help. We invite you to come see us at Pearson Physical Therapy to learn how your jaw dysfunction can be managed so that you can get back to not having to deal with daily aggravation. Call us at 872-5800 or stop by on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
The busiest season is back. Get things accomplished with a Polaris off-road vehicle. Shrink your to-do list, rain or shine, while staying comfortable in a climate-controlled cab. Our sales team is ready to move units, so pick out yours from our huge line of in-stock units. The shop crew is always busy in the summer, so make sure to call ahead to schedule your service appointment. Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Always wear a helmet, never drink and drive.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing the list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Burning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at burningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Burning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Later in the 9 o'clock hour, you'll have a chance to get registered for that $75 cash prize we'll be giving away on Friday, so keep listening. Also, we'll be having that live broadcast from Troy's Hot Rocket Fireworks here in Broken Bow with Facebook Live as well. I got to tell you, I've got a moment here before we check in on the news. Really enjoyed the interviews yesterday with Jared and Stephanie at Kaboomers.
Yeah.
And then going out to Michael Hoff's Power Solution Shop. Man, you know, I'll just put it up straight. Was there for the grand opening when they first built the shop.
Mm-hmm.
And then went into the shop yesterday just on the edge of it because we didn't want to go clear in because everybody was busy. But that shop is as clean as it was the day they built it. And, you know, it's amazing because when you tear things apart and you put them back together, there's grease and there's all that sort of thing. And it tells you something about how Michael runs his business because it's a cool shop. And they got neat equipment there. Pull in a big old 18-wheeler and got those hoisted, jack them up and work on them. And there was a big old motor home that dropped by and wanted to know whether they could get some kind of emergency service done as they were going down the roadway. Man, I mean, it was just like a beehive of good things happening there, and he's got quite a business there. And honestly, I don't know how far you'd have to drive to get your diesel pickup taken care of if they weren't there on Highway 2. So we're going to go back out there a little bit later on throughout the coming months and check in with them every once in a while. But that's a dandy shop.
Yeah.
It's very impressive. It is 9 o'clock. News is next on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Julian Assange is back in his native Australia after a stop at a U.S. federal court in Saipan, where he pleaded guilty to one count of espionage in exchange for time served. CBS's Rami Inocencio.
Here in Canberra, Julian Assange is now far removed from the public eye. His wife and his father are here to greet him as a free man. His brother says he will rest.
Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich, head shaved, locked in a glass cage at court in Russia for the first day of a secret trial on spying charges. His family issued a statement saying journalism is not a crime. President Biden is pardoning thousands of U.S. veterans convicted under a military law that banned gay sex. CBS's Jim Axelrod.
The pardons are not automatic. Veterans will have to apply to prove they are eligible. Once they receive that certificate of pardon, they can go to their military branch and apply to have their discharge characterization changed.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
At T-Mobile, you can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800. via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device credit service and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months. See T-Mobile.com.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NBA. We're on the eve of the draft. The New York Knicks and Brooklyn Nets agree on a trade to send forward Mikal Bridges to the Knicks in exchange for forward Bojan Bogdanovic, 5 first-round draft picks, a first-round pick swap, and a second-round pick. Bridges played 6 seasons in the NBA with the Nets and Suns. He averaged 19.6 points and 4.6 rebounds last year. In baseball games of note, the Guardians outscored the Orioles 10-8. Cleveland's won 7 in a row. Baltimore's dropped 5 straight. Cleveland now percentage points up on Philadelphia for the top record in baseball as the Phillies lost to the Tigers 4-1. Philadelphia is at 52-27, Cleveland 51-26. Yankees lose to the Mets 9-7. Aaron Judge in defeat did hit his major league leading 29th home run of the year, but starter Garrett Cole for the Yankees allowed 6 earned runs in 4 innings. The Dodgers down the White Sox 4-3. LA Shohei Ohtani hit his National League leading 24th home run of the season. Brewers over the Rangers 3-1.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Today, with daytime highs approaching 85. Northeasterly winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Cloudy skies expected. Tonight, chance for isolated rain showers. Lows dip down to about 65. Chance for isolated showers. Tomorrow, high temperatures reach up to 78. Overcast skies. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
It is 9:03. It is 71 degrees outside under a sunny sky. You're listening to The Breakfast Show here on KCNI KBBN Radio, Broken Bow, Nebraska. Here's Brent Apperson.
All right, I want to remind you about our good friend Velma there at Circle V Stitch and Post. She's ready to go to work for you and get your creation started with her wonderful quality custom embroidery service. Velma carries just about anything you need as far as apparel and styles that she has in stock, as well as can order just what you need. If you want to personalize a shirt or a hat or even a jacket as we go through the summer and then into the early fall, she can put things together, whether it be with your business logo, maybe you're involved with a sports team or something that you want to personalize a shirt or a hat with. She can make it all happen for you. So check things out. Make sure you put Circle V on your list when trying to find the perfect gift for the people in your life, because she can personalize some very neat things. Obviously, shirts and hats and jackets, but also things like afghans, blankets, towel sets, just to name a few. So why shop online for personalized items when Circle V Stitch and Post has great prices and you can create with someone right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska? So to get your creation started, give her a call today, 872-6173. You'll find them just north of Broken Bow out on Paulson Road. And don't forget, they carry some other things too, like cowhide coasters, rugs, and table runners. You can have your brand put on them. You can have them personalized as well. So just give Velma a call today to see what she can do for you. 872-6173.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is National Beauticians Day.
Oh, yay.
Yep. We honor the artists who pluck, polish, and plumb our finest features. Sometimes we forget how hard they work to make us look better. And, you know, we need to thank them today. So we are. A special shout out to Beautician Betty.
Huh.
Now, Betty listens to the radio all day in the beautician shop.
Uh-huh.
She has sent me several messages that after the breakfast show, before the Party Line show, the music is making her sleepy. It's dragging for her.
Oh, on KCNI?
Yes.
So we need to pick it up a little bit.
Betty keeps telling me, Dave, pick it up. You're putting me to sleep. So, Betty, We'll try to do better.
Okay.
And I know you'll do a fine job on those, curls and perms and plucking eyebrows and nails and all the things that these beauticians do these days. Their job description has expanded over the years from, just cutting hair and giving somebody a perm. You got the plucking of the hairs, the eyebrows, and
yes.
You've got the nails and tanning in some cases, waxing.
Well, yeah. The manis and the petties,
yes,
right?
That's
Manicures
all of that.
and pedicures.
Yep. So it is National Beauticians Day, and a big shout out to Betty today. Birthdays, if you're having one, boy, there's a whole lot of birthdays. We're going to pluck a few here.
All right.
Derek Jeter.
One of the greats.
50 today. Chris Isaac.
Oh, yeah.
Good song called The Wicked Game. I like that one. He's 68 today.
Really?
Yes.
Chris Isaac is 68?
Yes.
I would not have guessed that. I would have had him way younger.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't look that old.
Huh.
Mick Jones is 69, co-founder of the iconic punk band The Clash. Shannon Sharp, athlete, sportscaster.
Yeah. Great tight end. Hall of Famer, I think.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Played for Denver.
14 seasons, yep. He's 56. Patti Smith is 67. She gained fame in the 80s rock band Scandal, which had a few power hits, and then she married tennis legend John McEnroe.
Oh.
Last but not least, Gretchen Wilson, country singer.
Yes.
Kind of got her start by singing about, just being a country gal and
redneck woman,
shooting pool and drinking a beer.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty common themes, actually, in our country music business, but she's well-liked, and she has been very successful. She's here for the party. Redneck Woman is 51 today.
All right.
So if you're having a birthday, happy birthday to you. Now, we're getting kind of complicated on this space thing because we were talking about, NASA leaving poop on the moon.
Yes. Yeah, you shared that story
China
today.
China's moonlander returned yesterday from the dark side of the moon with rock samples. Came back to Earth yesterday and brought souvenirs, 4.5 pounds of rocks and soil samples from the dark side of the moon. And they're hoping to find traces of ice, which would be huge if they want to build a space station on the moon, because bottled water up there will be very expensive.
Well, yes.
Yep. Okay, later on this hour, we're going to be... How are we going to do this?
What?
Do they have our text phone?
I think they do.
Okay.
Yeah, for the remote coming up.
All right, so what we're going to do then, this registration will be call-in only on the breakfast show this morning.
Yeah, that's what we did the other day when we didn't have the text phone with us.
The text phone is also our Facebook Live phone when we do remotes.
Yes.
Because it's old enough you can actually plug a headset into it. The new ones, no, you got to have earbuds.
You're not a fan of that, are you?
No. Because they don't always, those earbuds don't work about half the time.
Well, you got to make sure they're charged up.
Yes.
I do know that.
With a good old phone jack plug, you just plug it in and put your headset on. You don't have to have batteries.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. We're old school, you and me.
Yeah, we are. So we're going to give you a chance to call in. So I'm going to lengthen the song out just a little bit. I was going to play a 2-minute song, but we're going to lengthen it out just a little bit so that it'll give you time to call in and get your name in the registration. Now, there's nothing wrong with registering again if you've registered. That's pretty common.
Yeah.
But again, as Brent mentioned earlier, once you're in, you're in. You're in for the entire time as far as chances of getting, your name pulled. It stays in the container.
Yep.
We got a great big Ace Hardware garbage bucket.
And we're about to the point where we're going to have to start dumping them in there. We've collected so many registrations in just, 3+ weeks?
Right. So without further ado, and I'm sure you folks out there going, would you just shut up and play the game? That's what we're going to do here. Phone is ringing now. Call us at 872-2801. On the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And we heard from a lot of our friends calling in to get registered for the $75 cash. And we got a call from Garrett at Wood River, Nebraska. And Garrett says, hey, thanks for having your audio online. Listen to your show. We appreciate that very much. Also, thanks to Jeannie and Pam and Linda and others who called in. You're all friends of KCNI, KBBN, and that's important to us. Anything else on your mind? What's coming up sports-wise?
Well, sports-wise, we don't have a lot of live stuff happening until a little bit later on in the summer. But one thing I did want to mention, we're going to be live today on Public Affairs.
Oh.
Lots of times on Public Affairs, we air on KCNI Radio. Mm-hmm. It's a show that kind of spotlights some different things that are happening in and around the community. And Scott Harvey, who is pastor at the Mason City Baptist Church, is going to be joining us, I believe, live on Party Line today at around 10:05 on KCNI Radio. The mobile food pantry is coming to Mason City on Thursday, I believe, of
That's
this
right,
week.
yeah.
And so he's going to come in and kind of share the details on that, and that'll be our discussion on public affairs. We'll be live on public affairs today at around 10:05. So join us for that. We'll give you all of the details on the mobile food pantry coming to Mason City this week.
Fantastic. You bet. That's tomorrow. And also today, this is Wednesday, right?
Yes.
So today at 11 o'clock, there's a ribbon cutting at the Anselmo Community Building.
Okay.
And we want to make sure that get as many people as we can to stop by. That's the library on Main Street, and they received a grant, and they fixed everything up and renewed the community center, added some seating arrangements, and fixed up the kitchen, and they'd like you to see it and come to the ribbon cutting. And there'll be a lot of dignitaries there and speakers. That's at 11 o'clock this morning in Anselmo. Now, I'm very tempted. I was going to play the Marcus King Band, and it's kind of a hot entertainer right now. And I love it when he does a three-piece power trio. And that's what a lot of blues bands will come out. Jimi Hendrix, for instance, was a three-piece power band, and that's kind of a tradition with those three-piecers. They got a bass, guitar player, and a drummer, and they make a lot of noise. And I was going to play one of those, but then I thought, well, it's a breakfast show. Maybe I should not get too carried away.
Oh, be a little more mellow.
Yeah, a little more mellow. So here's kind of showing you what the Marcus King Band can do as far as variety goes in styles. It's called One Day She's Here. On, yeah. We can tell you that we will be having a remote broadcast this morning from Troy's Hot Rocket Fireworks, and it will have a live Facebook feed on Sandhills Express with that as well. So then what happens when you go, well, we really didn't talk about what we're going to talk about. We don't really know what we're going to talk about after the break. We'll do a little promo such as that, and then we go, all right, let's get a little music going. Here's the latest that they have brought back, remastered, a song called Well, All Right from Johnny Cash. The Ruin Brothers with Summer Sun, and just before that, Johnny Cash with Well, All Right. Well, now we're in another predicament. Now, we'll just kind of tell you how radio works.
Yeah, we're just, some honesty. You've heard the phrase, honesty is the best policy. And we don't really pull any punches here on The Breakfast Show. We're not afraid to talk about radio business and just kind of give you a behind-the-scenes look at what happens in live radio.
So we just told you that after the last break, we came out of the break and didn't really know what we were going to say, so we went to a little promo. It sounded okay. If we wouldn't have said anything, people probably wouldn't have known.
Yeah, right.
And now we know that Jeremy and Christy are hooked up. We can visually see our connection here on this screen.
We've heard them in what we call Q.
Yep, they're in queue.
So we know they're hooked up.
And we are certain that the connection is good.
Uh-huh.
What we don't know is we didn't hear in queue we're ready to go, but they're talking about fireworks, and Jeremy is all jacked up right now.
Uh-huh.
And he's saying, hey, Christy, look at those. I'm not sure whether he told us he's ready or not, and now they're diving into their own conversation about fireworks. Mm-hmm. Are they prepared for the broadcast?
So now, just again, to give you a behind-the-scenes look, now we're in what we call a dilemma.
Yes.
Because you got one of two choices. You can just introduce Jeremy and just assume they're ready to go and just hope that they're ready to go. Or you can play another song or something like that to give them a little more extra time. And then as we listen in queue again, find out that, yeah, we were ready to go.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
And now we have to wait another 3.5 minutes until he brings it to us.
And that's what we're going to do.
You'll never know how much I really love you. You'll never know how much I really care. Listen, do you want to know a secret? Promise not to tell. Whoa, whoa, closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you long to hear. I'm in love with you. Ooh. Listen. Do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer.